Do you want to make instant $27 commissions over and over again? If so, check out the automated Cash App system. Link below.
Welcome to FUIMETV. It's your man Earl, Batman Stringer, and I'm back with my man, Mr Scates. What's up, man? How you feeling?
Peace and love, everybody. What's going on?
You already know today we gonna touch base on some serious shit, talking about Black Lives Matter. Now the question and the topic of this video is, will Black lives ever really matter, especially in America? Because it just seems like, well, that's where we live, but it just seems like it's just real ugly, especially in America. So Black Lives Matter has been getting a lot of attention, especially since, the George Floyd incident a few months ago. And that was going on with like different riots all over the country and stuff like that. And what was going on with like the presidential election. You're hearing about Black Lives Matter. So, Mr. Skates, what's up, man? What's your take just kind of about what's going on with Black Lives Matter? And do you really think it's going to have an impact to the point where one day we'll be like, yeah, Black Lives do matter, and people will start waking up?
My thing on Black Lives Matter, I was hoping that it'd be something that continue on, not just some kind of new trend that people following, celebrities coming out, showing their support or whatever like that. But it's starting to hit global, man. Like, the whole world is finally waking up and see the injustice and everything that we as black folks go through every single day. It seemed like wow, I can't believe this is really happening today. Like, no, dog, it's been happening. It's just now
it's out there more now. It's just because of how technology and shit is, you could just see it more.
Precisely. It's exposed now. From generations before. This is nothing new for us underneath the sun.
And you know what the scary shit is, though? Like, when I think about like how much stuff goes on, it kind of really made me think now how much shit really has happened to black people before the whole camera phone era.
Oh yeah.
How many people got fucked up in the 90s? Well, 90s, and I'm saying even in our lifetime, in the 90s and the early 2000s, before the phones, you could record everything. Right. It makes it scary to think how many people, black people, just got done dirty, even on shit that it didn't even equal death. Just think about situations, maybe guys getting pulled over and get treated like shit, embarrassed or humiliated just for shits and giggles. How many of that shit has been going on and still going on to this day? And I don't think a lot of people don't really understand. I remember telling my girl, because if people don't know, my fiance is white. But so I would tell her all the time, like, man, it's hard being black. And she would always be like, yeah, I mean, sure it is. I'm like, no, motherfucker, it's like, it really is hard. It's especially in America, like, we feel a different pressure, whether people realize it or not. Even the black people who say they don't, then they lying. If you saying you don't feel a certain pressure, a certain extraness, that's not a word, a certain extra shit that you feel, like, you be lying. It is what it is, and I accept it. But one thing I wanted to touch base on that we talked about a little bit is Black Lives Matter, like what you said. I hope it's not like a trend, because people quick to catch on trends, right? Mm-hmm. And it's obviously still prominent. The NBA got it on their floor right now, when they hooping and shit. But to my opinion, yes, it has dropped a hair since the George Floyd, burial and everything. It dropped a hair, but it's still out there prominent. Here's the thing that pisses me off. I see so many people who support Black Lives Matter, right? Which is cool, right? And maybe it's trendy or maybe it's not, whatever. But if the people that's kind of knocking it, the one thing I see on my Facebook are people saying, which it annoys me. Now I'm gonna keep it fucking 120%. I know the basics of Black Lives Matter, and I know what it stands for. I know what it should be. I know what most people look at Black Lives Matter. I see so many people, and this fucking pisses me off. Yeah, I mean, Black Lives Matter, I thought it was supposed to be about brutality and this and that, but I see they're talking about other issues. And I'm like, listen, I'll get your take real quick, but when people say that, they're being stupid. You're being condescending. You're being naive. If you don't really know what Black Lives Matter really mean, it doesn't just mean, oh, police brutality. It means across the board. We're saying we matter. We matter in business. We matter at the job. We matter when it comes to brutality. It matters when it comes to acting, sports, music. It matters. We matter, period, across the board. Because no matter what, black people just don't get treated shitty just by the cops. Let's be clear, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I mean, I just want to touch base, but go ahead, do your thing. But I was just gonna say, what's your take on that? How people who are so-called like anti-Black Lives Matter, their number one thing is, yeah, but you guys are taking it away. I thought it was just about brutality. You guys are talking about this and that. That's their defense against Black Lives Matter.
I had a young lady that I know, I won't give her name out. We were chilling one night, and she asked me, I don't know how I got brought up, but she just came out at the blue and was like, D, you don't honestly believe in Black Lives Matter, do you? White girl, by the way. I'm like, I got taken aback. I'm like, what? Now, I had everything inside me. I was going to just blow up on this chick, man, right?
Yeah.
But luckily, I know how to contain myself and emotions like that. So I'd sit down and explain to her. I was like, look, we're not saying that Black Lives matter over anybody else. We're saying that we matter as well. There's been so many opportunities that we get fucked over. Like you just said, with police, we're more likely to get harassed by them. Most likely to get fucked over with a job. There's been plenty of times I should have got promotions and, my ideas and shit get stolen by someone who don't look at you.
Right. Right.
I'm like, oh, I should never tell you my ideas, but since you have the, I guess, the look or whatever, I guess it goes to you. But yeah, I mean, we're not saying that we matter more. It's just we matter as well. And that's what we're trying to stress. And people are not getting it. And the whole thing about this whole area right now, and we talked on this earlier, it's like people are finally being exposed who they really are. People I thought were friends of mine that I hung out, broke bread with, had drinks.
I know.
Right over the house. I'm sitting back like, wow, this is how you really are. This is how you really feel.
Yeah. Especially, we all adults.
Yes.
I mean, like I'll be 39. We all we all got our own beliefs. Nobody, technically, you should not be able to be coerced at this point in our lives. Maybe if you're a little kid, I get how you could be influenced. I get it. But at this stage in the game, even if you're in your late 20s, early 30s, you should know you should have your beliefs. Stand up for whatever the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I was telling you, like, so many people I went to high school with, and just not even just high school, but just people like on my Facebook shit, social media shit, that I've engaged with. You know what I'm saying? I do that fitness shit and all that. And so many people I've engaged with, it's just every day I feel like somebody just kind of lightly punching me in the stomach, like, damn, ooh, man, I read that shit and like, really? I mean, I feel we saying the same shit. Cause I'm like, wow. And this is really you. This is how they feel. Because if it wasn't, they wouldn't even say it. It's almost like with Trump, not to keep bringing up him, but Trump has given a lot of racists the green light. That's what it feels like. It seems like when Obama was around, it wasn't this much racist shit when Obama was president. I ain't see this many white people talking shit about black people when Obama was in. I mean, now it just seems like Trump was like, go get him. Get them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's disheartening, but it's eye opening. But it's just weird how you see people, like you said, get exposed by this whole situation with the Black Lives Matter, the election, this pandemic. It's just showing you how where people really coming from and how people really feel.
Absolutely right, man. Definitely concur on that. And I'm still at a loss, man. But some of the people I thought I would actually
I know. Yeah, I know. And we got to chop that up even more. I know. And it's crazy though, because, and I keep it real, my girl hate when I say it. I don't give a fuck, because like I said, I'll be 39, I say it, It's like, I feel, my personal opinion, it's like, I'll tell her, I'm like, babe, I feel like every white person has a hair. It might even be like a 0.000001%.
There you go. Yeah.
of a little bit of inheritance, racism, a little bit. I do believe that just because, hey, whatever. I just feel like even some of the people I was cool with that was white that I was cool with, and they might be cool as fuck forever. But it seems like when shit hit the fan, yeah, you could be a nigga real quick. You know what I'm saying? It's like when shit really. I mean, it just seems like because I remember it's funny. A dude I went to school with, and this is a story. Shit, this maybe keeping it real as fuck. I never forget this. I never forget this story. Never forget this story. I was in the 8th grade.
Mm-hmm.
I was cool with this guy. I met him in the 4th grade. Right, white dude. Right. He moved here as an army fucking kid.
Mm-hmm.
And he moved, you know, and we were like this. I mean, that was my motherfucker. I mean, that was my guy. It was something about this dude moved, you know, he just moved in the area. Something about this kid, we clicked like, I mean, we was big wrestling fans at the time. WWF. That's all we talked about. We watched the pay-per-views together. We took him to you know, wrestling events, live shows. My dad, he was always at my house. I was always at his house. Cool with his parents. He cool with my people. That was my guy, dude.
Damn, they're brothers.
4th grade, 5th grade, and 6th grade. 7th grade, we kind of went to separate schools, but we still was cool as fuck, right? But we didn't go to the same school. But 8th grade, we still cool. So 8th grade, years ago, true story. Me and him, we went trick-or-treating. The last time trick-or-treating, 8th grade, whatever the fuck. But I think I was too old for that shit. But anyway, 8th grade. 8th grade. Yeah, that motherfucker want candy. But anyway, we went, me and my guy. We walking down the street. It was night, obviously, trick-or-treat, whatever. I was like, I think I was 13 years old, 14, whatever. We was walking down the street, whatever, and this group of black guys came up to us, starting shit, right? And I'm thinking, ain't this a bitch? Like, come on, man. Like, so it was like 6, 7 motherfuckers, right? And it was just me and my dude, me and a white dude. Make a long story short, one of the dudes come up just talking shit. One of them had a pool stick. I don't know why the fuck. Anyway, so they was just talking shit, surrounding us and shit, just talking shit, right? And I remember, this some real shit. I remember one of the black dudes told like the leader dude who was like, yo, dog, leave him alone, dog. He one of us, right? Talking about me. He was like, yo, leave dude alone, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, so now I'm thinking, all right, cool. I get a pass. I'm cool, right? So they start getting in my dude's face, right? The white dude. They start getting in his face talking shit. Mm-hmm. And mind you, this is my guy. He's been my guy for like 4 years strong, right? Start getting in dude's face. So I'm thinking, oh, I'm cool with these guys. I'm black. I'm cool. They gave me a pass. Let me step up for my boy.
Yeah.
So I literally stepped in between my dude and the black dudes. I stepped between, standing. I said, yo, guys, chill. He cool. And I'm thinking I'm cool, you know. Hey, guys, he cool. Chill.
Mm-hmm.
One of the motherfuckers was like, what? He was like, man, we don't give a fuck. Boom. I turned from my dude. Dude hit me. I had a black eye for 2 weeks. Walking around goddamn LeBray and shit. You heard? Motherfuckers know. They know. Right? Took one for my guy. Boom. I took that for my dude. Right? Mm-hmm. They hit me. Boom. And they left. And my dude, I was like, man, fuck, man. My dude was like, you all right? I'm like, yeah, I'm cool, man. Fuck that. Let's go. We ended up going home. I was all fucked up, like black and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like 2 days later, my guy, I talked to him on the phone. I said, hey, man, how you feel? He's like, cool. I was like, cool. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, what's going on, man? Everything cool? He was like, yeah. He goes, I just wish I could fucking kill those inners. ERS. And let me tell you something. And I know, I can't explain it because you would have to be there. You know what I'm saying? And I know you feel, but it's like, listen when I tell you something. This is my guy from 4th grade. Obviously, we're still kids, you know, 13, 14 years old. But I've never got a racist sense from him ever. In that 4 years, we was cool. This is why this is why I have my belief about white people. This is where I get it from. Because if you would have told me in the 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade that my dude would say that to me, I'd have fought you. I'd have like, you was a motherfucking lie. Mm-hmm. I'd have told you. You're like, man, he ain't on that shit, dog. I would have told anybody. He ain't on that racist shit, dog. When he said that, I never forget to this day, dog. You talk about almost what? Like 27 years ago this happened. 28 years ago.
Right.
I never forget that shit, and I'm still cool with him. I mean, I haven't talked to him physically, talked to him since that day. I didn't even trip, just in case some people like, I know you fucked him up. I was in shock when I heard him say that.
Yeah,
I was in shock, and he was like, I wish I could fucking kill those inners, and I was like this. All right, man. Well, I hope you do good. I hope you hit. I'll talk to you later, bro. That was it, and we haven't physically spoke
since that day.
So this is why, just in case people like, yeah, but there's a million white people. I ain't racist, and maybe you ain't, or maybe you just don't know you're racist yet, or maybe you just don't. Maybe you just conceal it, because I just feel like that just fucked me up, man. Because that's like, and then that kind of laid the groundwork for growing up. And you see, like I know you could relate. Certain people you be around, and then you hear them say something or do something that you be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, speak on that shit, man. Like, how you feel about like people you thought like in a million years, that was the non-racist motherfucker. That was them. You found them.
I had plenty of those in my life, man. Not to lie about that. Even girls that I fucked around with.
Woo! And wait, Dejan. Those girls couldn't have been racist because they sleep with black guys, so they couldn't possibly. They couldn't possibly be racist. No, I can't be racist.
I think they just wanted to experience something their mother experienced when she was younger. But yeah, heard that before doing bed. Kind of shocked the hell out of me.
Yeah.
But that's a different story, entirely different story.
Got it.
Yeah, but I even had sometimes people say, you know what, you're not like other black people. I'm like,
I've heard it a million times.
They're like, what do you mean by other black people?
What do you mean, you people?
Yeah, what do you mean by you people? But and I go ahead and get all curious. I'm like this. So what's your, opinion on how most black people are? Like, I'm really curious. Because I don't act like what you think black people act like.
Right.
But you speak properly, you dress differently. I mean, you hold yourself a different way. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Exactly.
Where did you learn the stigma of black folks? It's something your parents taught you, I'm thinking. There's something that's been portrayed on movies, TVs, stuff like that. It's like, you don't all act like that.
Yeah.
That's a stereotype that you guys falling into.
Right.
Or witnessing, sorry. Most of us, most of us are nerds.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just sad that, you get that, stigma. And I get it. Don't get me wrong. Every race, and this is like black people just got it the worst, because like every race has their stereotypes. Everybody, right? But it's just like, it's all fun and games until it starts affecting our livelihood. Like, our stereotypes get us killed.
Yes.
That's the fucking problem. That's the problem. Our stereotypes get us killed. And first of all, even if we were living that stereotype type shit, okay, do we deserve death? Do we deserve, you know what I'm saying? It's such a one-sided shit right now. And in like saying to the original topic of this video, will Black lives ever really matter? Do you ever see a day that it's going to be pure in my gut? And I'll flip it to you, but right now, I feel like we're such a long way away from that, unfortunately, just because when you still got people that can actually hear the term, hey, with everything that's going on in the world, everything that's happened to black people and shit, for people out there still to hear Black Lives Matter and for them to actually counter that right there, it makes me sad. When I hear people say, no, all lives matter. Motherfucker, we all know your life matter. We figured that shit out. Ours do too. You know what I'm saying? So as and like you were saying, like, I feel like people that say that, no, all lives matter. You know what the fuck we saying. You ain't stupid. Like, you know what we're trying to say. You're just doing that. That's your way of saying, I don't really fuck with black lives. Exactly. That's all that is.
Two things, man. I'm gonna give you my point. But have you ever seen that video? I think I seen it might have been on Facebook or Instagram. It was a young white lady, man, standing over a white girl who was apparently knocked out, laying on the concrete, just knocked out cold, right?
Yeah.
She was recording with her phone like this. I just seen this lady, this white girl got knocked out by screaming because a black person said Black Lives Matter, and she screamed all lives matter, and she got knocked out. And she looked at her phone like this, and I'll do it again.
Damn, I didn't see that.
There's a white girl knocked her out.
I wish I would have.
If I find it, I'll send it to you. But secondly, and I hope this makes sense, and I'm gonna try to clean up as best as I can, man. As far as Black Lives Matter, we're coming from a place that we as black folks are in the country who were brought here, and it was designed for us to not have freedom. It was designed for us not to be treated equally. It was designed for us to keep us as was it 1/4 of a person? 1/3? Am I saying that wrong?
Was it 3? I think it's 3/5.
3/5 of a person.
Right.
We are not meant for this American dream. It is not meant for us. We don't even went for the people who are originally here, Indians.
Right.
So we're going from that to trying our best and our hardest, man. Been fighting for decades, man, centuries, decades, man. They're saying, hey, man, we matter too. Like, we have the damn right to be treated as equals, man. We built this country. And it's so heartening that as much as we contribute to society, that we get shitted on the most. It's so heartening where to this day you can walk up the street and see another white woman walk down and she clenches her purse. It's so disheartening where you always got to constantly prove yourself to make people not only not see your skin color, to see the actual person inside. I don't know if I'm making sense or not.
No, perfect sense. Perfect sense. Yeah.
It just sucks that we always got to constantly prove yourself to people, man, especially people who don't even look like you. And then you have people who look like us still shit on you.
Exactly. Yep.
They're brainwashed because they got their piece of the plate and they don't want to share and do anything like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I had a whole list of everything written down. I'm starting to get a little.
No, you good. Yeah, it's real. It's real. Like it's
all there, man. It's all there. It's not coming out the way I wanted it to come out because I'm getting choked up a little bit.
No, it's real shit.
Long story short, man. Like, we just want the same thing as everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Not asking for more. I mean, we deserve more. We deserve some reparations.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, why not? You know what I'm saying? That's real too.
It don't have to be a check.
Exactly. Exactly. For real. It's real. That's all real shit. Hold up,
everybody else got it. Do you think, bro?
Yeah,
you just want the same thing as everybody else has. Okay, that's it. Point blank period. Stop killing us too, man.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that would really help out.
You know how scary it is. And of course, you know how this is. You know how scary it is for us to get fucking pulled over by police, man. It's so sad that you have to be taught as a kid how to interact with police. You go to those suburban neighborhoods and everything like that. They look forward to seeing police, high-fiving them and everything like that. With us, you have to go through a checklist through your head.
Dude, it's scary.
Yeah.
I told my girl that when we see a cop, like for real, I tell my girl all the time, like, yo, chill out. I like straighten up. She's like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, dude, like cop, people just don't understand. People just don't understand, like for real. Like, I don't think, a lot of white people really understand. I mean, they hear it, they see shit on the news, but it's just a different vibe, a different feeling you get as a black person, especially as a black man. It's just, and it's sad. It's sad, but it's true. Like what we got to go through just on a daily basis. And like you said, which is an amazing point, the whole shit, like everything we do, we got to always be proving ourselves. Always. At a workplace, in fucking sports, in life, politics, everything. The fact that Obama won, how that Obama should have been the fifth black president. You know what I'm trying to say? Not the first. Mm-hmm. You know, and he shouldn't be the last. But you see what's going on now. It ain't looking good for another black president for a while. I don't know. Or unless only way that work is Biden, if he get a running mate that's black, and Biden can't do his whole terms, then okay. But other than that, I don't see another Barack for a while because and it shouldn't even be like that.
Shouldn't be,
because like you said, we contributed so much. And actually, I saw a video some girl posted just like a couple months ago, and I didn't even know. I ain't gonna bullshit you. I didn't even know half the shit. But she posted a video of like all of the black people. I mean, all of the things that was invented by black people. I don't know if you seen that. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that video. Yes.
Right. Okay. And I was like, damn. I'm like, damn, I ain't know that shit. Wow. Okay. Like I started walking around like, yeah, motherfucker. You know, and that's the sad because we do contributed so much, but that's why I was going full circle. It's like because of the whole slave thing and you know back in the 400 years, all that stuff, it is this inherent. A lot of people have that no matter what, man. I think a lot of people look at us down. They look down on no matter what, no matter how big we are, how strong we are, how smart we are. A lot of white people feel like, yeah, at the end of the day, we're still better though, because I'm white. I don't give a fuck if you're smarter than me. I don't give a fuck if you're stronger than me. I don't give a fuck if you look better than me. I don't give a fuck. At the end of the day, I'm white. Like, you're not. I am. All right, so, yeah, so when it comes down to the whole Black Lives Matter, will it ever happen? Ultimately, like I said, I think we got a long way to go. It needs a lot of stuff needs to happen. A lot of things need to change, you know, before we can really get to that point. But like you were saying, guys, we ain't sitting there trying to say we're better, whatever, this and that. But just the America makes us, the world makes us feel like we have to let it be known that we're here too. You know, we're here too. We just as good. And in some situations, hell, we is better in certain things. It is what it is. But like we saying before, you know, we just want that recognized as humans. And because we get treated so badly in this country, that's why, you know, Black lives do matter.
You know what?
Whatever.
I'm going to tear a page out of Charlemagne the God's book, man, because I've been held back a lot. One thing I will say is like this. You know what? I think God's chosen people are the ones meant to suffer the most. One group of people, one race of people have to be the only ones that suffer the most. I mean, I'm not trying to compare us against like Jewish people like that. They suffer like
right.
The Holocaust, Native Indians that was here first.
Right.
When the last time you seen an Indian, man?
On CNN.
But when it comes to us, we get fucked over the most, man, and I just can't believe it. And it was worldwide. Well, then again, I take that back. I hear rumors that it's really mostly here in the States.
It is. It really is.
They say it's completely different. Mm-hmm. You have your spots here and there.
Right. You can always have that.
Yeah. It's completely different. So that's my take on that one. But yeah, we are a lot better than most things than most other people. It's just genetics. It's just what it is.
And it's sad too for all the people that be hating on Black Lives Matter. I mean, fuck, if you wrong, why are the black culture, why are we such trendsetters? You feel what I'm saying? Why is it that we influence the way people dress? We influence the way people talk. We influence the way people walk. We influence the way people act. We influence a lot of shit. And when we get treated like shit, it's almost like we're not here for y'all entertainment. You know what I'm saying? We here, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, motherfuckers want to, you know, act, walk, talk, and all that shit. But then at the same time, you want to kill us. You want to hunt us like animals and shit. It don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But guys, we wrapping up this video. Deja, you want any final words before we get out of here?
Black Lives Matter as well as everyone else's. Okay? We're not trying to be above everybody else. We're just saying we matter too. The sooner you guys get this, the better things will go along. Okay? That's all I want to say.
And to add on to that, final words, black people is the shit though. That's real shit. Real shit though.
Facts, man.
See you in the next video. Peace.
I let the chain hang, yeah, I'm tattered up, and I love to cuss, I just don't give a See, I'm just doing me, and you should do you. Yeah, I hear you talking, that's just your point of view. And see, I just don't care, I be like, yeah, I done heard it all, damn, there's haters everywhere, and they keep me motivated.